Have you recently made a purchase and then soon after you had a terrible day? When was the last time that you bought an odd item? Maybe you purchased those nice vintage pants that you saw at the thrift store, and later in the day you shit yourself. It's possible that you may have purchased a cursed object. Today I want to talk about haunted objects and cursed items. Artifacts or things that ghosts or demons possibly possess. Haunted objects, also known as cursed or possessed items, are artifacts believed to be imbued with supernatural or malevolent energy. One of the more commonly known cursed objects or haunted artifacts is a Dybbuk box. The Dybbuk box is an antique wine cabinet claimed to be haunted by a Dybbuk. A Dybbuk apparently is from Jewish mythology and is some sort of demon or entity. If you've ever seen that movie from 2009, The Unborn, it has a pretty terrifying depiction of a Dybbuk. Not the greatest movie, though. Another item that I think is pretty cursed, but not necessarily haunted, is Furbies. Furbies were a toy from 1998, created by Tiger Electronics, and they were some sort of owl or hamster-like creature, and they just would never turn off when you tried. I remember a friend of mine had one, and they took the batteries out, and it would still talk. I don't know about you, but that kind of sounds like some sort of demon bound itself to the electronics and was trying to converse with me and my friend at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, how can something that's electronic run without any batteries or power source? It just doesn't make sense to me, unless it's some sort of spirit that's trapped within the toy. I don't know if Toys R Us was doing summoning circles in the employee break room, and whatever demon escaped from that pentagram found its way into a Furby, but something's not right about those things. Another famous haunted artifact or object is the Annabelle doll, which is a Raggedy Ann doll from 1918. The Annabelle doll is being watched over by two paranormal investigators named Ed and Lorraine Warren. You may have seen them in the popular Conjuring movies. They kept her in their occult museum, where apparently they have a ton of haunted artifacts and objects, and I can't imagine how creepy that room might be. The recent controversy around the Annabelle doll is that it went missing, but apparently that's been debunked, and the doll was never missing. Which I guess is a good thing, because a haunted doll running amok, that's pretty creepy. You know, I'm starting to wonder if any old item or object can be cursed or haunted. Imagine a haunted fork, and it just makes you eat chocolate cake all day. It would have to be some sort of gluttony demon that possesses the fork, and it wouldn't stop until you're dead. I guess to counteract the haunted fork, you would have to pair it with a pair of haunted shoes that just makes you walk continuously. That way you could use the haunted fork to keep eating the chocolate cake. But I don't think those two things exist. Another cursed or haunted item is a painting called The Anguished Man. Nobody knows who actually painted this painting. Painted a painting. That sounds so weird. Nobody knows who made the original painting of the Anguished Man. The painting now sits in the home of Sean Robinson, that lives in England. Is it Sean or Sean? It's spelt S-E-A-N. My brain says Sean, but I know it's Sean. If Sean is spelt S-E-A-N, and it's pronounced Sean, but it's spelt as Scene. I don't know how to feel about that. The actor Sean Bean, I mean, if his name was Scene Bean, that'd be pretty funny to say, right? Apparently Robinson used to upload videos in 2010 to his YouTube channel, where you could hear moaning and crying noises coming from within his home, and he once reported the sighting of a ghost-like figure walking around his house. If this ghost-like figure looked anything like the Anguished Man, I would be pretty terrified. I mean, look at this thing. That's definitely the face of a man in anguish. You know, talking about all these haunted objects and items, I think when I'm close to death, I'm going to hold tight to me a Turbo Man action figure. You may have seen this Turbo Man action figure from that movie Jingle All the Way. I mean, this thing's pretty badass. I mean, just listen to what this action figure has, right? Turbo Man action figure. I mean, who wouldn't want the turbo disc launcher, flashing turbo lights, rocket pack, the turbo ring, which I don't even know what that is, but it sounds awesome. If you ever find yourself acquiring a haunted object or item, you could always burn it, but then you run the risk of releasing whatever spirit or demon is using it as a vessel. So I don't know if that's a good idea. I guess you could always give it to Ed and Lorraine Warren, if they're still taking things. Or you could sell it on eBay for a ton of money. But that's pretty much it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.